Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, once more here to the DreamHack Pro Circuit live in Leipzig, Germany, where we still continue to go down the bracket, or excuse me, more so the groups here, and all the amazing action with the 32 teams that we have displaying here today. We have managed to conclude both Group A and Group B, but we are still kind of whittling our way here through Group number C. Guys, we will have an updated bracket, or excuse me, groups here in a couple of moments, so we'll be able to figure out everything that has happened there. But we did just see Savage come off of a win. Any, final moments or conversation pieces you have over that before we move on to our next series?
I just think all the RLCS teams are kind of holding serve right now, except for Rogue, obviously. They're all performing, and I thought day one was going to be a little bit wilder, and we still have half of the day to go, so it can
we're
still
not done
happen. Yet. But so far, Group A and B, there's only been like one major upset or one team that would make.
We did predict that Group C was probably the most tame out of all of them, so not expecting too many upsets either going forward from that particular group at least.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if anything does end up getting more wild and, kind of out of control here, because we have had a couple of bumps and bruises. We are going to be focusing here, the next series for us is on to Mousesports versus Triple Trouble. I feel like these are some kind of middle-of-the-pack names that have a lot behind them. Some of the more ambitious names, if you will, here sitting within the Rocket League that aren't your Team Dignitases, your NRGs and things alike. Is that fair?
Yeah, it seems like these two teams are going in opposite directions, at least right now. They're both teams in the RLCS, but Triple Trouble, they have all this momentum going. Like, as we see the groups concluded there, so all the teams with 2 wins are into the next day. That includes Mindset, who took down Rogue, that one really big upset, the only team that's not like RLCS caliber, where they actually made it through. So congrats to them. But we see that there. We see Flipside Energy, Ghost, Tainted Minds, all names that we expect to see moving on to day 2.
And they did well, unfortunately, as well. Splice having to make an exit, but TSM, Polaris, EG, Nordavind, plenty more still to come. We haven't even seen Dignitas and Triple Trouble, and we're about to.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting, I think, for at least me to see what Team Dignitas is able to do in another tournament here with Yukio. Because, you have such a big roster there. The question is, it's not, is Yukio skilled? It's more of, what happens if you guys find their footing?
What do they do now?
And they work together. What really is going to come to light there with them. But as we said, you guys at home can always vote and let us know some of your thoughts on who, in fact, is going to win over the next series. And we'll be keeping track of those whenever possible. You can go ahead and use the hashtag Mouse, as you see in the bottom right there, along with Triple Trouble.
What were we talking about? We were talking about Triple Trouble and Mouse, and then we went into
just the momentum going around Triple Trouble, where they look so confident. They did lose speed, and then they bring in Casio last second, and they still have a really good result. They came in 3rd in the DreamHack qualifiers. They almost qualified for the free trip here. On the other side, Mousesports, they make a roster move after being the worst team in history to make the playoffs of the RLCS, so I understand why you would make a roster move. I just don't understand why they chose a lot. I like that they did their due diligence, and they played with him in a lot of weekly tournaments and all that to figure it out. Yet they had basically 0 good results, just losses to literally everyone. And then they still pick a lot, who was the worst performing European player in the RLCS last season. It just seems questionable, and I want to see them prove me wrong, because right now, it just looks like a bad move.
It is funny, because Mouse's biggest problem was, putting the ball in the back of the net, and they generated plenty of chances. It was literally just the final touch to put the ball in the back of the net. You pick up a guy like Alot, who has that reputation of being a striker, and then last season he does none of that, so it's like, okay, why? But
exactly. And if they had good results in those weeklies, I would understand it more, but they didn't. So
they didn't.
It is a little bit
confusing.
Kind of, almost Einstein's definition of insanity to some level. It's kind of, it's like, when's the change really going to come down the line here for this squad? But we are first going to take a closer glance here at a team that is in a very different trend and a very positive one, and that is going to be Triple Trouble.
And Triple Trouble, you talked about it a little bit. They had a pretty good showing just for the DreamHack qualifiers. They really didn't lose to anybody except in the upper and lower bracket final. So not able to get the free trip like you were talking about. Their only losses to Complexity, the team who qualified out of the upper bracket, and then Veloce beat them in the lower bracket final. But other than that, they came up with some pretty good wins. They beat a lot of people going here. Obviously, they beat PSG 3-0. They beat Mouse already 3-0. So, a rematch for these guys, and they already know they can beat them. They beat Nordavind, Imcom, and they played a pretty decent series versus Complexity, despite not being able to come out on top. So Triple Trouble, like you said, complete opposite end of the spectrum.
Plus, they're just so talented, because Speed goes over to Flipside. They win the tournament right away with WSOE. It just shows how talented these guys are. It seems like they're almost no names right now from Triple Trouble, but they have that potential to be stars. And we see that in Speed already.
Yeah.
And I think the same can be said for all 3 members right now.
That was immediately what I was going to ask, is Speed that outlier for this roster? Because Speed has climbed almost faster than nearly any player within the entirety of, to my understanding, Rocket League history. The guy is skyrocketing.
That was near instant.
So is that the, speed factor, if you will, or is in fact that this whole roster kind of was fostering that greatness and he just happened to be the first to break through?
Yeah, I think all 3 of these players could easily do that same thing, just plug and play on an RLCS team and really perform, but they don't have to do that because they're in the RLCS now, and they can do it together. They are definitely a world championship contender. And I love the move.
We got to see if we get through everybody else before we say world championship contender.
No. Not like to win the world championship, maybe necessarily, but to make it there. I think they definitely have a shot.
Could they make land? Perhaps.
I think they have a shot.
And on the other side there, you guys had a lot to say. Pun intended, I guess. Not really, but
he's
now
gonna
that
hate me.
that was a mistake on my end there. But yeah, it is confusing here, at least from Gibbs' perspective, right? And to be honest, the way you paint it, I think it's pretty easy to stand here and be like, yeah, that is confusing to see the decision-making being made. And this is one of those moments where it's like, you know what? That's cool. That's fine. It's been said. It's been done. Now it is time to prove everybody with that, instilled amount of doubt wrong. And I'm excited to see if Mousesports can, in fact, do exactly just that. I'm ready to eat my words.
Same. I really hoped to see them play.
Yeah, I want to see them play well because I know they're capable of it. I mean, I had a lot of faith in them in the first couple of weeks of the RLCS. It's like, all right, that's a team that I say, yeah, get behind them. Why not? They look like they can do it, and they did. They got plenty of pressure, literally just scoring goals. So a lot, please score some goals. Improve us all.
I just want to see one of those backboard redirects from him again. Just like
bring it back.
Season 5, I just want to see it again.
Will we get the backboard redirect there?
There we go. There we go.
Bit of a struggle for a moment there, but we're going to go ahead and now dive in to our predictions for this series. And Gibbs, I am confident that you're probably going to vote for Mouse, right?
Surprisingly, I'm picking Mouse. No, I'm just joking. I'm picking Triple Trouble. I think Casio was a great pickup, and he was one of the best players in the Rivals series.
Agreed.
I expect them to still perform here, and this is a big matchup once again because whoever loses this will have a much tougher games later on because they'll have to play other RLCS caliber teams, while the other one will have a little bit of an easier time if they do go through the lower bracket. Very important game, but I got Triple Trouble.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way logic allows you to pick against Triple Trouble here with them already beating Mouse. Again, a lot of the questions about why they'd sign a lot, and then, of course, they're looking good. So, yeah, Triple Trouble all the way.
I really want to be that guy, to be the naysayer, the devil's advocate here.
You did it once already.
I know, but I just can't. Gibbs was too convincing. It's real hard not to go.
on the day.
You are 5-0.
It's definitely not guessing. I know that much.
2019. It's a new year.
I'm going down with the Triple Trouble as well here. We are, in fact, going to be the Triple Trouble, and we all get the votes there with them. So I'm excited to, kind of burn all in the same boat, or at least rise together to the top.
It's a nice boat.
It is a nice boat. Well, it's the back of a car. I'm not sure how well that will float, but
don't think about it too hard, Chad.
It's only half a car. I don't know.
We broke Dreadnought. Become the boat?
We broke Dreadnought.
I'm pretty sure I built this for Giblet. I think this is what he sleeps in at home, but whatever. It's fine.
Oh, Captain, my Captain. You know what? We're going to change over the leadership here of this ship because it's a bit of a kind of ruckus here as we go over to our commentator desk.
Oh,
Look
it's a bad time.
Go to a ship that's not a bad time.
Reel us in for a moment here, will you, boys?
I was hurting over here. A boat, a car. Guys, come on, get it together. What are you doing?
We just need
tie us to the dock, Jorby.
Oh, man. You know what? Get them all off the desk. This is awful.
You know what? Fine, then. We're out of here.
Get cast instead.
What have you done, Jorby? What have you done? You just got rid of our whole crew.
I did what nobody else had the gall to do, all right? That's all. I didn't actually do anything.
That's a
I have no power.
We'll have to fix that.
Misplay? All right.
But, yeah, this one, this is going to be an interesting moment for me because I'm with Gibbs. I questioned this roster move. I feel like Mouse made the move very early. There was a lot of time for them. They have an RLCS spot. There's a lot of time for them to try out numerous people and find the best possible fit for their team. But they went ahead. They filled it with a lot. And a lot, he didn't play the greatest last season, but he has had some high points in his career. He's made it to the grand finals in RLCS. He has been a lead goal scorer in the league before. He knows how to put the ball into the back of the net, but he seemed like he was a one-dimensional player for a little bit. With Metza and Magnus, he was that cherry picker player who was kind of going for these crazy shots off the ceiling, off the backboard. And, they brought in, once Metza left, they weren't able to recreate that dynamic. Greasy just wasn't the same player. So you've got to wonder, is a lot of player that can really come in and help elevate this Mouse roster? Or will Triple Trouble do what they already did in the qualifier and just 3-0 them right here?
Yeah, I mean, you have to play the hot hand with Triple Trouble, I think. This is a team that really has proven themselves time and again. Talking about Triple Trouble, just seems whenever their number is called, they answer. They rise to the occasion in any tournament, in any space, and they've had some growing pains themselves. Obviously, losing speed was a big loss for them, and there's no understatement there. But I think that Casio fills that role nicely, and I think that Triple Trouble have that advantage going in. I know Tadpole, he's really comfortable with Casio, comfortable with how Triple Trouble can perform, and you know, we've said it 30 times already, but they've beaten Mousesports already. This is already a done thing, so Mousesports has to be able to find a way to bounce back.
Yeah, but you know, everything becomes different once you come into a LAN environment. You're no longer online in the comforts of your own home, having to come out here on stage and play. Things change. So we'll see if that helps Mouse at all, because, you know, he has quite a bit of experience on the stage. He's made it all the way to the grand finals and of slog of a journey for them. Tons of games on the stage. So that is a check mark in their favor and in the lot's favor. So perhaps that could help him out here. But, you know, going by previous results online, it definitely seems like things would be in favor of Triple Trouble.
Yeah, and so for Mousesports, I mean, we talk a lot about a lot being that cherry picker player and seemingly unable to kind of transition into what a lot of other teams are in now, where it's, you know, you get one or two chances at the ball, and unless your name is Gimmick, you're not chasing the ball down the field. And so for a lot, like what's the main thing in this series that you want to see from a lot for Mousesports?
I think, to me, it's just going to be finishing. We've seen quite a few players today struggle with finishing, and if a lot can knock in the opportunities he gets, that's going to be a great sign. The things that we've seen from a lot in the past is he will take shots from almost anywhere, the corner, the ceiling, backboard, anywhere. So we'll see if he continues to play that style, or if he's going to try to change how he plays. Will he be that player who's upfield and doesn't like to rotate back, or are they going to mix things up? That is my question. That's what I'm going to be looking for, is where in the rotations does a lot fit? Is he going to try to play the style that he's played in the past, or will we see a new version of it?
And again, for Triple Trouble, this team has always kind of screamed a little bit of confidence. You see Tadpole, just little glance at the camera right there, and right now this team just getting set, players getting ready, and we'll be getting into the series as soon as possible. It's not a tough road in this group. I mean, this is the group with. You know what? I forgot exactly all the group, James, so I'm going to ignore that. But
start over, right?
Yeah, start all over, right on the match. Mousesports, I think if a lot can be that finisher, if maybe they try to feed a lot the ball, play to that play style, right? If that's his play style and that's where he's the most comfortable, then maybe it's in Mousesports' best interest to try to play to that as much as possible. And if it doesn't work after the first game, if Triple Trouble have been able to shut it down, then they're going to have to try to realign things and kind of rethink their game plan, because yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. And, you know, game plan is going to be important. But to me, again, like as someone who has been following all the roster moves, this is another couple or two teams that made a move on their roster and had to come in and find somebody new. So it's keep your eye on Casio, see how Casio fits in on Triple Trouble, and then keep your eyes on a lot for Mouse. Those are the two players that I'm going to be paying very close attention to.
And so, again, everyone getting set. I think that Triple Trouble, one of those teams, especially in Leipzig, that has that dark horse candidate, right? It all depends, like you just said, on how Casio performs in this series and beyond. If he can fill Speed's role nicely, he doesn't have to be better than Speed. He has to be either as good or just almost at the mark of speed to be able to keep Triple Trouble on that path to greatness that they were talking about on the desk. This team fostering that path to greatness, and maybe Leipzig is that kind of that launching point, that trebuchet where you just go 300 meters right into the championship.
They have been on the uptick. They're trending upwards. A lot of people, paying great respect to this Red Reserve team back when Speed was on it. And Casio, this is his first real test. Can they keep that streak going, that rise to the top? Will it continue at its trajectory that it has been going in the past? And now is the first major test. This is where the questions start being answered. This is a huge opportunity for him to make his mark.
Yeah, you want to figure out what a team is, who their identity is, and Leipzig has already kind of shown us what teams are forging their identities. All the roster moves that have happened lately in Rocket League, these two teams are no strangers to players just coming in and out and having to work with the ebb and flow of roster mania. And it's going to be a tough road. This is a tough match. Their next match is going to be tough. And again, for these groups, for day one, if you are just tuning in, remember, if they lose twice, if you lose twice, you're out. You do not go on to day two. All you have to do is win 2 games to get to day 2, but also losing 2 means that you're out. It's a tough group stage to get through, especially with the amount of teams, the quality of the teams that are here, the best tournament we've had to date. It doesn't get easier. Even for the first round of the day, you have to play against a team that you've fought against before time and again. You probably scrim against them a lot as well. And it comes down to this one series, this one best of 5. And then you either put yourself in a great position to get to day 2, or it's going to be a struggle to have to win 2 straight series.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's quality teams in this group. You've got Dignitas, Triple Trouble, Mousesports, PSG, and Bread, all in the same group here. So it's going to be tough to get 2 wins. And but it's just what you have to do. It's what you have to do to make it to day 2. Get those 2 wins. Make it to day 2.
For Mousesports, getting ready to go. I think the players are just about ready, so we'll be hopping into the game here in just a second. No more waiting around. Triple Trouble versus Mousesports gonna get underway in just a few seconds. And it's gotta be pent up for Triple Trouble and Mousesports. At this point, it's just like, all right, let's get this game going. Let's get this underway. And here we go. Taking the field, taking the pitch is only Triple Trouble. And we'll have to restart and get the players reset here. Off the start, Mousesports just getting in. So we'll restart that. It's a small technical difficulty.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll get that back in.
Originally having to buy a little bit of time, some computer issues for Mouse. They got that resolved, and now we'll get the server up and going again. But, it gives us more time to speculate, to talk about the match, which is what I'm sure everybody has been waiting for, right?
Talking about the match, and as much as I think we've said as much as we can about this matchup in particular with Mousesports and Triple Trouble. Going back to the group a little bit, I mean, Dignitas in this group, Red in this group, it's not easy, especially a team in the same group like Bread, who's another up-and-coming team in Rocket League, really along the same lines you'd think of Red Reserve / now
yeah, no,
Trouble.
they really are. The Bread is the North American version of Red Reserve, now called Triple Trouble, a team that people expect great things of. I've heard Gibbs say that he thinks Bread could win the entire
I don't know about that.
Tournament.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But game number 1 is underway. We are good to go. Triple Trouble versus Mousesports starts off with Casio making a save against his own crossbar. Around the corner, Rocky plays it back downfield. Tigre only gives way for Casio to strike first for Triple Trouble.
So Casio, the guy coming in to replace Speed, making his mark early. Tigre didn't have a lot of boost, just trying to get the ball off into the corner. Casio jumps right on top of him. So a quick strike here for Triple Trouble.
And also off the kickoff, Triple Trouble, we're in kind of the danger zone a little bit. Casio bailed them out on the defensive end as well. So Casio, a strong 17-second start. Alex 161 along with a lot, try to move down the field. Tigre staying with this one. And Alex isn't really a name we said a lot in the pregame, but he has made waves in Rocket League as well. He has had some pretty incredible plays so far in his tenure as a Rocket League pro.
I mean, Mouse had a great start in the RLCS, but then cooled off very quickly.
And a lot around the corner. Picked up in midfield. Alex looking for Tigre on that, but Tigre didn't want to pinch on that one. A lot off the backboard and saved for now by Ronicky. Tigre tries to fly in, double commit, but doesn't matter for Triple Trouble. They have control. The pass quickly, shot, not even a shot at all, just a missed touch out to the side. So Tigre back over to a lot, but getting aggressive is Casio. Saw the double commit there by Triple Trouble. They're gonna have to reset. Ronicky looking there for Casio. Or not Ronicky, excuse me. Tadpole was looking for Casio. Ronicky picked up the follow. And Casio again, towards the box. Ronicky punches it up top. Triple Trouble up 2-0.
But again, Casio, the catalyst. Look at this. Touch right here to put it up the wall. Another one to get it around a lot. And then Ronicky just runs in. Alex needed to meet that ball right at the corner, not give it a chance to get out in front of net. But a good play from Casio, getting that pass over to Ronicky. And 2-0, Triple Trouble, making a statement early in game one.
Cleared away. A great pass downfield, but off target. Still gonna try to keep it alive. Tigre off the back wall. Lot follows it up quickly. Mouse on the board.
And that's striking. That's what we want to see from a lot. Tigre slowing down, going for the double tap pass, and a lot was 100% ready for it. A simple go from him, but we've seen people missing shots like that today. It's good that a lot getting involved very early.
And a good quick response to have the lead of Triple Trouble. And here's a lot. Ronicky on the challenge. And a lot keeping it away from this Triple Trouble team. But another great challenge from Casio. A lot, he's gone. Ronicky, he's got a free one off the backboard into the net. 3-1 for Triple Trouble.
This is a beautiful play. This is something we practice in free play all the time. You just wait for it. The ball rolling back to you. Self-pass off the backboard. Ronicky nailing that. Using the bottom of his car to make sure the ball goes low enough. If you use the top of your car, a lot of times you'll put that above the crossbar. Great decision from him, getting that shot very close to the net, getting it down low enough so that it goes into the net.
Casio back over to Ronicky. Alex doesn't have the best touch. Casio trying to take advantage, blocked by Tigre. Tadpole keeping it in the orange half for Triple Trouble. Casio right there waiting for it, only hits it over into Tigre. Tigre high against the backboard. Casio there to try to carry it out. The tee up to Tadpole. He tries to get it back to Ronicky. Ronicky plays it slow under one. Gets it over another. What a play by Ronicky. 4-1 for Triple Trouble.
The mind game from Ronicky. A little touch from Tadpole. And Tigre just gets faked out. Alex tried to get there in time. He got the demo, but it was too late. The damage was done. And Ronicky with the mind game flick.
You love to see it, James. Up by 3. Triple Trouble. Firing.
And that is a hat trick now for Ronicky.
He might get up a 4th here. That shot blocked by Tigre. A lot. Couldn't find the flick. There's Tadpole to Casio off the crossbar. Up high now. Ronicky cut under a little too far onto it. Tadpole back over to Ronicky. Triple Trouble won't let up. Tadpole blocked by Tigre. And Casio back over to Tadpole.
I laugh because I just saw a lot get bumped into oblivion.
And Alex from midfield wins one challenge. If Mouse has a hope in this game, they got to score and basically now. But here's Ronicky trying to go to the far side or the left side of Alex. A pass, shot, saved by Tadpole.
And that shot from Tigre probably should have been a pass. You saw an attacker on his right side That would have been a better shot for them to take. But it just didn't happen. Play not panning out for Mouse.
Again, keeping that ball as close to midfield as they can when playing defense. Alex, that shot is in, and a good shot by him. 30 seconds left, maybe too little too late, but they've been going for a couple of these passes. This one works out.
Yeah, and this one, like you said, working out. It wasn't the prettiest of passes, but anything you can do to get the ball out into the middle when you got somebody waiting to take a shot, you'll take it.
31 seconds, Mouse off the kickoff. Have to get a quick goal. Just for a chance to score one more to tie it. Here's Tadpole. Excuse me. A lot had teed that down. Tigre got the demo, but Triple Trouble come away scot-free.
And that was the right idea, the demo clearing the way. That shot needed a little more power on it in order to get into the net, and it just didn't happen.
And cleared out to the side. That's gonna do it. Triple Trouble pick up a comfortable Game 1 victory here against Mousesports. Just did not have an answer.
Triple Trouble coming out swinging, a hat trick for Ronicky. Casio also getting involved. He was the first player to score, got that first strike. Also, the assist over to Ronicky. Tadpole getting on the board with an assist as well. Casio fitting in quite well. We saw a lot also score for Mouse. He got involved, I believe, at the 2-minute mark. 2 minutes gone on the clock.
Yeah.
So a lot did get a goal, but Mouse in general just not able to match the pace of Triple Trouble.
Not at all. I mean, there were a couple of times Mouse wanted to play it slow, but again, Triple Trouble, we have the boost. We're going to play aggressive in the attacking third. That's exactly what they did. It paid off time and again. Beautiful shot by Ronicky, as free as it was, still pretty to look at. And again, just a good job moving down the field here by Triple Trouble. Tadpole always looking for his teammate down the field, and Ronicky with just a
that was
beautiful
the play of the game right there for me.
Absolutely.
Play of the game, and even on the wall, that very small touch to get the ball right back out into the middle for his teammate, and then taking over the mind game into that flick. That was a thing of beauty.
And so Mousesports, they were able to pick up a goal late, and a goal again when they were down 2-0. And they just got to find a way to score earlier, not let the game get out of their hands, not let a lead build up for Triple Trouble. Game number 2 underway. Tadpole gonna start things off. Back over to Ronicky, broken up by Tigre. A lot back to that ball. And followed up by Alex. Casio lets that ball come to him. Ronicky wants to follow quickly. He gets back to that ball. Does get it away from Mousesports, but now it's a loose ball, and Casio able to pick it up. Alex with a good challenge. Tigre has to wrap the whole way around to get back to it. And the follow-up for Ronicky off of, wasn't the best clear from Tadpole. That shot blocked by Ronicky. So some pressure here early by Mousesports, but not a ton. Triple Trouble are able to thwart him off.
Man, Alex just needed about 10 more boosts right there, and he would have got that goal. Some good outlet passing from Mouse early. And then we saw some opportunities for them had they passed. And now another chance, but Ronicky getting that off to the side. Mouse, though, keeping it together early in game 2.
A lot catches that ball. Alex loses the challenge to Casio. Casio now flipping it around. He doesn't have a lot of boosts. What does he decide to do with the ball? Well, it got too far away from him. Mousesports cleared away again. Ronicky tries to kick it back. Alex responds with his own boomer. And Tigre winning the challenge there in the attacking third. Still can't find that first goal. There's been a couple of close ones, but again, that finisher, that final shot that no defender can get to hasn't been there just yet. Around the corner, Ronicky blocked by Alex. Alex just missing it. Now a lot hit Alex on that play. Alex does get back to it. Casio breaking up the play.
And that was an interesting play there. Alex not getting the hit, and then a lot knocking it right into him.
Triple Trouble gonna try again from their own corner. Ronicky wins a big challenge. Tadpole's already downfield, trying to get in the way of Mouse. He does so. Triple Trouble here in the corner. Alex, a good touch to move it out. Now towards the center, looking for a lot, finds himself flipping around and had to hop up quickly. Mouse, a shot here by Triple Trouble, followed up by Ronicky. Not nearly enough power. Stays in front of the box. Mouse get away with one.
And that was a challenging shot. They almost made it work. But even before on that play where Alex was dribbling it, you saw a lot come in from behind to try to take the shot, and Alex kind of dribbled it out of the way. So again, not being on the same page, and now an open net for Ronicky. And that's the first goal of the game in favor of Triple Trouble.
And they get the lead, and that's another goal where Ronicky can just take as much time as he wants to place it where he wants. And I mean, you can't just give Ronicky these you can't give Triple Trouble these opportunities. Tough for Mouse is they've had a couple of good sequences, haven't been able to finish. And here, oh, that shot just wide from Ronicky. Follow-up shot in from Cassio. 2-0 for Triple Trouble.
Cassio involved in both of the goals this game. Ronicky saving his flip just to get there extra quick. And then Cassio finishing it off. A shot, it was right at a lot, but still with enough power to just brute force it through.
Less than 2 minutes to go for Mouse. You never want to go down 2-0 in a best-of-5, but it is a slaughter out here. Cassio gets another goal for Triple Trouble.
And again, a lot just missing here. He didn't get the read that he needed, and the net was wide open for Cassio. And Cassio, again, 100% goal participation, getting this one right off the kickoff.
Mouse just don't seem to have an answer. Even a couple of the plays where you thought they might get something going, you just see something janky happen where a lot hits Alex. Double commit, not going to do them any favors. Alex tries to move it downfield, but again, that's probably the third time I've seen Alex try to push down the field with no boost. A lot picks up a goal here, though. They finally get on the board. A great pick from midfield.
Yeah, and this one was because of a double commit by Triple Trouble. They threw 2 players at the ball, and a lot just pouncing on this one quickly. Keeping the game in contention, 1.5 minutes left. They can still do this, down by 2.
You allow yourself some time, but now you have to execute. And from midfield, coming in to block it is Tigre. Tigre back over to Alex. Alex slips under one, tries to force his way past another. Here's a lot trying to get it up too high. He can't do it. Ronicky with the save. It's a free net for Tigre. A lot, the bully in the net, and Mouse pull within 1.
I love that Mouse is keeping with this one. You saw a lot trying to get a funky flick there. It took 2 defenders out of the player, and then the rebound opportunity for Tigre. He comes in and cleans up.
And they scored quickly. Now you've got 1:15. And you only got to worry about scoring once. But off the kickoff, Ronicky says, no, you got to score 2. And Triple Trouble get another goal.
That is heartbreaking for Mouse. You can see Alex just went all in on that ball instead of turning around and playing defense. Tried to get to the ball in time, and he just was late. And after he missed it, there was no hope for Mouse to block that shot, and an easy kickoff goal for Triple Trouble.
And a lot dumps that one off. Tadpole was looking for it, but he was afraid of Alex in his face. Got another chance at it. He ended up missing. Ronicky back over to Tadpole and saved by a lot. Tigre playing it slow from midfield. He's got some options. He goes for the pass, and it's blocked by Ronicky. Cassio on the quick transition. A lot. Flip it back. Can't make the save. And that might do it for Mouse in game number 2.
Yeah, it was the right idea, but it was very telegraphed, and it was not far enough back. Cassio then immediately able to turn around off the pass from Ronicky and blasts it right back into the net. Triple Trouble, they have Mouse's number.
It has not been easy, and when they pulled in within 1 with 1:15 left, I mean, that wasn't even 30 seconds. It was about 30 seconds ago now. And Triple Trouble just scored a ton of goals and almost made this lead insurmountable. It's essentially insurmountable with 26 seconds left.
It was a 1-goal lead not too long ago.
Yeah. Cassio squaring up against one. Can't do it again against another. And Triple Trouble, they've played to their strength so well. And we talk about, some of the teams we've seen today. Tadpole picking up another. for a 6th goal for Triple Trouble. We've talked about some of the teams we've seen today where a lot of them, there just seems to be a heavy reliance on the backboard today, and not a lot of passes have been connecting, but Triple Trouble, they've been constantly looking for each other. When there isn't a play or they don't like the options that they have, they will kick it down the field, but more times than not, they are finding each other in space, and Mouse just doesn't have a response for it. So many times you see Mouse pushing up with little to no boost, thanks to the control that Triple Trouble has of the pitch, and Mouse has to figure out how to get back into contention.
Absolutely, and as like you're saying, a lot of the pressure from Triple Trouble is Cassio in the corner on the side of the wall, being a threat, trying to get that ball out into the middle to where Roniki's been waiting. And, you know, Cassio making his mark. I said keep your eyes on Cassio and a lot. Those two players, those are going to be the ones that could potentially sway the series in favor of their team, and Cassio has stepped up.
And this play, Ronicky almost put it in himself, but Cassio just in the right place to put that through. Ronicky got a free goal, and the 2 goals by Mouse we're not going to see here, but they did make an effort to get back into this game, and the kickoff, you had said it during that play, Alex just went all in, and that whiff killed them, and after that, it was they got whipped.
They sure did. Cassio getting a hat trick and an assist this game. Ronicky 2 goals, 2 assists. Tadpole getting a goal and an assist. They absolutely ran up the scoreboard on Mouse, up 2 games to nothing. And Chiefs mentioned the fact that Triple Trouble, they beat Mouse in the qualifiers for this very event. It was a 3-0. So now they're about to make that happen yet again. 1 game away from the sweep over Mouse.
Mouse going to try to find their first win here against Triple Trouble, qualifier or LAN tournament. And off we go. On the kickoff, Tigre immediately met there. Tadpole gets it over Alex. A lot. That touch is just a shot for Cassio. Quick follow-up from Ronicky here, high against the back wall. Alex trying to clear this away and trying to dive at that ball, just trying to keep it away from Triple Trouble, who are just always in their face here in the 3rd. Tadpole. They're in the corner. Across the opposite side of Mouse territory, and now they move downfield. Looking for some opportunity, but Cassio says there is no opportunity, and they move back downfield. Just across the crossbar. And Tigre going to try to move it back downfield a lot. Can't do it there. Tadpole with the challenge. Close against the back wall. Triple Trouble, even on the retreat, finding touches, keeping it away from Mousesports.
But Mouse starting to build that pressure, getting the boost from the Triple Trouble team. Now, time in their half. Can they convert?
Well, pass is way too high here for Mousesports. It was a good idea, just could not put it on target. Ronicky now working his way down the pitch. Cassio losing to a lot. Back over to Alex, giving way for a lot. Back over to Tadpole a lot. Maybe that touch, expecting a teammate there?
Well, I don't know. I don't think so, because he just saw Alex right in front of him. Alex didn't hit the ball. So who else is going to go for that? There's no way that you would want Tigre to go for that ball, because then you'd all 3 be upfield and be overcommitted.
High against the backboard, can't get there. Tigre tries to clear it away. Ronicky there to keep it in the orange half. A lot picked off by Cassio. Tigre can't get back to this ball. A lot's there to follow it up. Tadpole, plenty of time in midfield. Ronicky, another touch. Towards the back wall of Mouse. That one right to Tigre, looking for the dunk was Cassio. He did not get it. And Alex receives the pass, moves back to Triple Trouble territory, tries to move towards the box. It's blocked again. Tigre from midfield. Good sequence here by Mouse. Can they capitalize and keep the pressure up? A lot. He's got nothing left in the tank. He's got to wait for someone else. It's Alex 161. He hits it right in the Ronicky. Blocked again by Cassio. And they're thwarted down the field. Triple Trouble go.
Triple Trouble on the counterattack. But what we saw from that play was another attempt from a lot. We've seen him do it numerous times in this series, where a lot goes for the bump or the demo on that last goalkeeper and net, and it hasn't really paid off too much for Mouse yet, but see if a lot can convert on that play.
Tigre behind the midfield line, moves it back to the triple trouble back wall, and it's cleared away. Ronicky keeping this one himself, trying to get his four wheels under the ball. And a much different game two, James. At this point, it was still 3-1 for Triple Trouble before they went on to win 6-2. Still no one can find the first goal.
Yeah, we saw quite a few kickoff goals or goals shortly after kickoff. This one, just such a different game, low scoring.
Alex getting back to that ball, back across the pitch, getting there as quickly as possible. Looking back for a lot, or Tigre, but both of them wanted to go for that. And it's no good for Mouse. Ronicky cleared away, broken up by Alex. Battle in midfield here for just the next consistent possession. You feel like whoever gets the next one may finally score, but Triple Trouble can't get it by the midfield line right now. Ronicky blocked by a lot as they try to move down. 40 seconds left. Triple Trouble slowly swinging the pendulum here. Back to the orange half of the pitch. Back over to Tadpole. One in Casio. Casio gonna pick it up now, but a lot able to get the clear.
And no boost for Tadpole.
Able to get back
play from him.
Still some risk. Alex squares up, flicks your guns, boy. You scored it. 1-0. Mouse has the lead.
Alex, just like you said, flexing on the players there. Not only does he stuff Ronicky, but he gets the second stuff as well over Casio. And Alex just a brute, making that play happen.
The double stuffed Oreo of death right there for Alex. Tigre back over to a lot. Triple Trouble clear it. 10 seconds left. A lot getting a great touch downfield to Alex. Tigre trying to make another touch. Triple Trouble have one more chance at this? No, they do not. Mousesports force game number 4. And it was not looking pretty in the first 2 games. They bounced back big time, shut down Triple Trouble's offense, and they come away with a win.
Yeah, the offensive shutdown, like you said, 6 goals they allowed by Triple Trouble last game. This time, shutting them out completely. So Mouse starting to figure out this attack from Triple Trouble potentially, but the one goal that they had, it wasn't anything to write home about. Alex just kind of throwing himself into the play, getting the goal when he need to. We'll get another look at it right here. Gets the touch, gets the stuff on Ronicky, flips off the wall, and then the dunk on Casio. Just an immense solo effort from him to get that ball into the net. But, you know, that's not a play that's incredibly repeatable. That one was just fortunate that he was able to get the ball to go his way. Excellent hustle. But you really want to see the passing plays and or at least overwhelming a team by throwing it off the backboard and boost starving.
And I feel like we did see some of that coming out of Mouse as that game went on. We saw passing plays that at least helped them move down the pitch, but there was a couple of good defensive plays by Triple Trouble as well to keep the ball out of the net. But you want to see more of it. You don't want it to be like an every now and again, every other minute you're making a passing play downfield. It's got to be a consistent effort.
Yeah, let's see a lot highlight shot. You know, let's just have him go off the ceiling. Where is it?
Let's go.
Let's see it.
Game number 4 underway. Mouse trying to force game 5. And it's a race for the ball here. Casio gets there first. And Tadpole playing that to the corner. A lot's there waiting for it. Back over to Alex to the opposite corner. Tigre with a quick follow-up. Casio waiting. He waited way too long. A lot now. Unfortunately for Casio, just couldn't find an angle to clear it down. Tadpole does it for him now. And was almost a scary situation for Triple Trouble, but they're able to stop Mouse on the first attack of the game. Casio back over to Ronicky. Ronicky low there, met by Tadpole and teed out to the side. Still here's Ronicky, back to Casio. Casio's shot blocked by Tigre. Tadpole, he's gonna keep it in the corner. Alex gonna meet him there. Ronicky with the follow-up. Triple Trouble, aggressing, pressuring as Tadpole has the shot off the back wall. Triple Trouble score first.
It was just shot after shot after shot. Triple Trouble keeping this ball in the Mouse half, and then Tadpole, just a basic play where you continue to overwhelm the defense, put it off the backboard, put it off the sidewall. Tadpole cleaning that rebound up. And just like that, Triple Trouble up by 1.
Cassio get bumped by a lot on the play, allows Alex to grab control. It seems like Tigre and a lot seem to be the two offenders consistently double committing on each other. That feels like the 5th time you've seen that, where Tigre wants to go for it, a lot also trying to, and it stops anything this Mouse team is trying to do. And that's a good pass back over to Tadpole. He picks up his 2nd goal of the game.
Tadpole and Ronicky working together. Look at this pass from Ronicky, getting that quick 2nd touch. He lands on the wall, sees Tadpole in the mid, and just hits it.
And so for Mousesports, they've been playing down in goals this entire series. Have to find a way through. Alex looking there for Tigre. That shot high and blocked. It's a double commit by Triple Trouble. Ronicky, big miss. Alex went for the challenge. No challenge to be had. Pass back to Cassio, blocked again. Headed back to the box of Triple Trouble. Ronicky tries to clear it away. Tigre's there. Ronicky tries to get it again, but he gets bumped. The pass out to the middle. Tadpole's there a little too far off the ball. Tadpole just trying to buy some time and slow down the pace a little bit to try to move downfield. Alex challenged again, back around to the corner.
And good boost stealing there from Alex, not only getting the corner boost, but stealing that mid boost as well to keep Triple Trouble low.
Ronicky, he's got Cassio on the wing, but couldn't put it off to the side far enough. And Alex, gonna start from his own corner, ended up giving it to Cassio. And a lot gives it to Tadpole. Tadpole, he's over 1. Looking to get back to it again. He at least makes a touch onto the ball. Cassio's shot is in! And it's 3-0 for Triple Trouble.
And another just solid strike from Cassio, but you see Tadpole never letting go of boost. He was able to get grounded very quickly and had time to go for that challenge. And that challenge set up the shot for Cassio. So excellent hustle from Tadpole, getting an opportunity for them to score, and Cassio for finishing it off.
That's a boomer downfield. A lot tried to find it. Just wide of the ball there, couldn't get the touch. Alex didn't find his touch. Tigre picks up the follow. And Tadpole now breaking up Mal's momentum, as little as it may have been.
I mean, as little as it may have been, Kirby, it has been. It is. No, I'm telling you, I'm with you. It has been a stagnant offense, and now a long-range goal for Tadpole. Triple Trouble now up by 4. The writing's on the wall for Mouse. Tadpole beating out that final player. Looked like it was Tigre on the challenge, but Mouse, they just have not been able to figure anything out on the offensive side of the ball. And with a player like Alot, who has been that striker, that goal scorer in the past, you expect for him to step up and try to make his mark. He has not really done that in this series.
Yeah, a couple of double commits have really killed some good things Mal's had going earlier in this series, and even in this game, they can't control the pitch well. It feels like every time Triple Trouble gets even a modest clear, even out to midfield, they end up winning a corner and at least one midfield boost, and then it forces Mouse back, and then they can't seem to at least even out this boost battle. They've lost in every phase of the game.
And you know, we had questions about Cassio coming in. Is he going to be a viable replacement for Speed? And he has been nothing but a positive addition in this series, making plays happen. And look at that finish from Tadpole.
We talk about a team that's looking to forge themselves as a great team, to forge greatness.
Point blank.
This is kind of how you set that up. A team against Mouse who you've already swept before. How do you do again on land? Well, you smack them in the mouth 5-0 in game 3. The goal differential has to be like 1,000 to 1.
It's a million.
It's
at least a million.
It's ridiculous.
But no, seriously, 6 goals they put by, but then they got shut out, and now 6 goals again. Tadpole with his 5th goal.
It's just, you cannot stop this team right now. They just win every battle, just quicker to the ball. Wherever Mouse tries to go, Triple Trouble's there first. Have not been able to get any sort of room, any leg in this series. 38 seconds. What a game. What a series by Triple Trouble. Making a statement in your first game of DreamHack Leipzig. We're here to play. We're going for it all. They've shown that exactly that. Cassio is a great pickup for this team. And Speed, have fun with your success. We're gonna have our own success.
And I love this play here. Even Ronicky self-passing off the sidewall, a very strong pass, getting that shot on net. 7 goals now. Now the question is, will they let a goal in just so they can get the Brazil?
Just try to go for 10. Let's go for 10 goals. Oh no, they want it. They're gonna go for it. Get that goal for Mousesports. They tried. Okay, there it is. A lot gets credit for the goal.
The ultimate BM here. Look at this. This has, the 7-1. If you're new to Rocket League and you're not sure what the Brazil is, well, this is the Brazil.
Let James, why don't you learn the audience?
I mean, it's referencing the Germany versus Brazil series where Germany smoked Brazil 7-1. And I don't know why our community is stuck with it for so long.
They love it.
And why we love it. But yeah, you don't see it very often in pro matches. And they pull it off here. Normally, you don't see people actually score on themselves to make it happen.
I was about to say, I want Gibbs, Mr. Statsman, to run the number. When's the last time at a major event that a team got Brazil? That's what I want to know. Triple Trouble. To say they made a statement, I think
that is the ultimate statement.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unreal. 7-1. They actually scored 8 goals.
Yeah.
Because they scored on themselves.
So, well, so it's -1, right? When you score on yourself.
Okay,
so technically 6.
Yeah, I guess so.
Perfect. But no, I mean, there's not much else you can write home about Triple Trouble. They played well. Mouse didn't.
Cassio fit right in.
Yeah.
It seems like Cassio, he is fitting into this roster quite well. The question that I have now is how much of a quality team is Mouse? They make this play. They drop Skyline. They pick up a lot. How quality is this team? Is Triple Trouble just this good, or is Mouse that bad? Or, is it somewhere in between? I don't know.
It's got to be a little bit of both, you feel. I mean, you have to give at least just a semblance of a benefit of the doubt for Mousesports. Making a change to your roster, changing 33% of your team it's always a big deal. It's always a big change. So
but they have been struggling for a while, They had a great first week in RLCS, but it has been downhill since then, and they continue to struggle here. So we need to see Mouse step it up. We know a lot has the ability. We've seen him play really well on method, on complexity. So can he do it now? That is the question. And after this series, we still don't have an answer.
Well, we'll keep following these teams' journeys through DreamHack Leipzig. But Dread, Gibbs, the Chiefs, take it back.
What a series there. An absolute clinic coming out from Triple Trouble. A lot of pressure. And then, the back, there was a lot being said between all of us and things of the like. And, being a newer guy here to the roster, I feel like some stern words are kind of thrown around. And so I'm just going to ask you here, Gibbs, how good is Mousesports after that performance you got from them?
Bad. I don't want to keep beating them down because we just saw Triple Trouble be super savage and actually own goal there for the Brazil. But honestly, right now, where they're trending, they are probably my most confident team from Europe RLCS to go 0-7 right now. It just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good for them at all.
The bars.
But they're not out of this tournament yet. This was the first round game, and Triple Trouble does look exceptionally good. But it just doesn't look great for Mousesports. And a lot of kickoff goals, too. That's the worst part.
So many kickoff
is
goals.
That, you can't give up that many kickoff goals to Triple Trouble, who's also putting in a lot of goals on their own. A ton of good passing plays in that midfield from them. So I really like to see them continuing with Cassio, just getting those passing plays working.
Yeah, and did you guys feel like Cassio was really able to work with the rest of the squad really well? Because it seemed like he
Well, they won by a score margin of... That's a lot to count really quickly.
No, a lot was on the other side. So, you got that wrong.
So I would say that, yes, Cassio went in quite well, I would say.
Yeah, I did feel like that was the case. And we have Ronicky here joining with us at the desk. You were, able to provide a lot of threat and pressure into the early games. And then, things really got out of hand. What went down from your guys' point of view here on that last series?
We just came into the series very confident. And we were just make sure we were as relaxed as possible, also hyped at the same time.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just came in confident.
Is that a hard line to kind of walk between that calmness but also that hypeness? Because I feel like that level of like having that anxiety but not getting too far can be sometimes really difficult to reel in.
It can, yeah. Like if you're just tired and like don't even say anything, it can be pretty tiring on the team. So of course we keep up all the comms and make sure that everyone is talking and providing some hype to the team, because we are a hype team.
Yeah, you know, triple trouble, that's all three parts there to get the trouble going.
Yes.
Understandably
Yes.
so there. Gibbs?
So the big roster move, obviously, speed leaves you guys, and you guys said that you found out almost by Reddit. It was only like a few minutes before Reddit posted it that you found out. So how did that all like break down for you guys? Like, was it a big like kind of scramble to pick up Casio at that point?
We had like under a day to find our third for the DreamHack qualifier. So our first thought was Casio, because I've had a lot of experience with him in the past. And then a week later or 2 weeks later, we decided that Casio was the right player for us, and we just decided to play with him.
Yeah, it played off well, of course, but I mean, you look beyond DreamHack, you look at all the other ones coming up in RLCS. How are you guys feeling just off of, you know, one game of madness and destruction? I mean, it's got to feel good for you guys, and just even we'll shorten things up. Just day 2.
Yeah.
How are you guys feeling about getting to day 2?
Day 2, we're extremely excited about, but that's our main goal now.
You're halfway.
Yes, so day 2, that's what we want. Day 3, that's a dream.
Okay, day 3 is the dream.
So I think you guys were the first team ever to purposely Brazil a team by own goal in. Was that, like, who thought of that first on the team to like, all right, who's going to score this own goal?
I would say Tadpole.
Okay, Tadpole. All right, so we can blame Tadpole.
Yes.
I just think Tadpole had no restraint. It was any goal he was putting the ball in. In the back half of that series, he was just throwing balls in the back of net.
Yes.
Didn't matter.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous. Well, thank you very much here for joining us, Ronicky. We are going to go to a commercial break, and when we come back, we are still going to make our way through here, Group C and Group D at DreamHack Leipzig.